Welcome to the fascinating world of statistical modeling. Today, we are diving deep into the heart of data science to understand two inseparable partners, ordinary least squares, or OLS, and the R-squared coefficient. Think of them as a dedicated worker and the trophy that validates their hard work. In this 30-minute journey, we will demystify how machines learn from linear patterns and how we measure their success. Imagine you own a cozy coffee shop called The Daily Grind. You've noticed that as the temperature drops outside, your sales of hot lattes skyrocket. You have data points, the temperature on one axis and the number of coffees sold on the other. But the points are scattered like stars in the sky. How do you draw a single straight line that best represents this relationship? This is where our story begins. Section 1. The intuition of prediction. Before we touch the math, we must understand the goal. Prediction is about reducing uncertainty. If I tell you it's 5 degrees Celsius tomorrow, you want a model that tells you exactly how many liters of milk to buy. A bad line would leave you with too much milk, or worse, thirsty customers. We need the best fit. Section 2. What is OLS? Ordinary least squares is the most common method for estimating the parameters of a linear regression model. Its philosophy is simple. Minimize the distance between what I predict and what actually happened. It looks at the vertical distance between every data point and the line. These distances are called residuals, or errors. Section 3. The obsession with residuals. Why least squares? If we just added up the distances, positive and negative errors would cancel each other out. To solve this, OLS squares every single distance. This makes every error positive, and crucially, it penalizes large errors much more than small ones. OLS is obsessed. It searches through every possible line until it finds the one where the sum of these squared areas is the absolute smallest. Section 4. The components of variance. To understand the trophy, R-squared, we first need to break down the variation in our data into 3 parts. First, the total sum of squares, SST, which represents how much the coffee sales fluctuate naturally. Second, the regression sum of squares, SSR, which is the variation explained by our beautiful line. And third, the sum of squared errors, SSE, which is the noise we couldn't explain. Section 5. Defining R-squared, R-squared. Now we meet the trophy. R-squared is a number between 0 and 1. Mathematically, it is the ratio of the explained variation to the total variation. If your R-squared is 85%, it means that 85% of the movement in your coffee sales can be explained by the change in temperature. The remaining 15% is mystery, maybe a local event or a random craving for caffeine. Section 6. Interpreting the trophy. Is a high R-squared always good? Not necessarily. A perfect R-squared of 1.0 in the real world is often a red flag. It might mean you are overfitting, or essentially memorizing the noise instead of learning the pattern. In social sciences, an R-squared of 0.3 might be a huge success, while in physics, 0.99 is the standard. It's a context-dependent trophy. Section 7. Limitations and modern context. OLS assumes a linear world, but the world is often curvy. Also, remember the golden rule. Correlation does not imply causation. Just because ice cream sales and shark attacks both have a high R-squared when plotted against each other doesn't mean eating ice cream attracts sharks. It's just that both happen more in the summer. In conclusion, OLS is the tireless engine working behind the scenes to minimize the regret of our predictions, and R-squared is the standard measure that tells us how much of the truth we've captured. Together, they form the foundation of how we interpret the noisy world around us through the lens of statistics. References: Gujarati, D.N. and Porter, D.C., 2009, Basic Econometrics, McGraw-Hill-Irwin. John E. Frond, 2004, Mathematical Statistics with Applications, Pearson. Woodridge, J.M., 2012, Introductory Econometrics, A Modern Approach, Southwestern Keynesian Learning.